What's up, everybody? It's Strings and Sweaters, and we have less than 24 hours till the Penguins take on the Bruins in their third Winter Classic. Now, the Winter Classic, for those of you who don't know, is a game that is held each year after New Year's Eve, and the game is held outside in either a football stadium, college or NFL, or this year it's going to be in a baseball stadium, but it's supposed to kind of throw it back to those old days of pond hockey, and everything reflects that, that childhood, nostalgia of going out on the pond in winter and playing on the ice. The jerseys reflect that. As you see, I'm wearing a Winter Classic jersey from the Penguins Winter Classic, and most of the jerseys will feature these strings, and they'll feature sort of a vintage look. So I'm super excited to talk about the Winter Classic this year. But first, let's lay down some history. So we have the Penguins Winter Classics being the first one in 2008. They played the Sabres and were victorious. And then in 2011, they played the Capitals. And in 2011, they played this in the Steelers Stadium. That was a unfortunate Winter Classic day in both senses because we lost and it was rainy and not really what you're looking for. Winter Classic, you hope you get some snow, some cool weather, some cold weather to be outside and keep the ice from melting. But unfortunately, it was rainy that day. But we have our third Winter Classic, and I got this hat in Pittsburgh. I'm super stoked. It's going to be really, really good. This is our first time meeting the Bruins this year, and the Penguins need this win. We are on a 4-game losing streak with some of the worst losses we've had this season, and honestly, in recent years. That Red Wings loss was nightmare-inducing, and I was at the Devils game this past weekend, and that was also one of the craziest games I've ever seen penalty-wise, and also very disappointing to see the Penguins just not able to do anything on the power play. So as from the Penguins' perspective, this Winter Classic is huge, not just because it's our, another game we get to spend, this historic moment, but also it is a huge way to turn our season around and get some momentum going into these next few games. Let's talk about this Winter Classic. So I have some pictures here pulled up. So first thing we're going to talk about is just in general, it's going to be held at Fenway Stadium or Ballpark in Boston. And something cool about this is that the Penguins head coach, Mike Sullivan, is from Boston. And I read an article today. He's kind of talked about the nostalgia he has in that ballpark of growing up as a kid and going there. And one sec. Get out of here. Sorry, my cat was messing with the bowl, her cat bowl. All right. So he was just talking about how he has all this nostalgia growing up as a kid, going to see baseball games. And it's super cool that the Winter Classic is going to be returning there. Okay. I got the bowl. I've secured the bag. Okay, so first up, we're going to just be looking at some of the decorations around the stadium, some cool Penguins and Boston themed signs, kind of changing the baseball stadium up, getting it ready. Now we're going to see some of the logos, the main Winter Classic logo you see on my hat on the ice, some different shots of the baseball field, and also we're going to see, here's some pictures of Sidney Crosby at the stadium. We have P.O. Joseph and we have Zucker acting. I don't know if this is just an acted out shot or they're actually swinging at a baseball, but they have bats and they're swinging, and it's just a whole lot of fun. All right, so now let's get into the jerseys. Now this is the most interesting thing for my channel at least, but we have the Penguins jersey. Now, at the Penguins store, when I went to the game this weekend, I got to see the Fanatics version of this Winter Classic jersey and the authentic. And I will say, Fanatics has really picked their game up. This Fanatics jersey was almost exactly the same as the Adidas ones, aside from some branding differences. Like the patches on the shoulders were sewn, the chest was shown, or the yellow P on the chest was sewn in, just like it was on the authentic. The numbers were sewn in, and when I say sewn in, when we look closely at the jersey, you'll see that the numbers have this like interesting cross stitching that goes down like diagonally through the numbers, kind of like very like a vintage old timey kind of like sweater or some sort of coat might have, but a very like old looking style of stitch going through the numbers, and that's the same thing they have on the crest logo. But the Fanatics also had the same exact felt and stitching, so I was so close to buying a Fanatics, but I decided not to. But this Penguins jersey looks super cool. It's a throwback to the Pirates. A little history on that. Before the Penguins became a team in the NHL, there was the Pittsburgh Pirates, and not the baseball team, the hockey team. And they were yellow and black, and they had this basically this P logo that you see on the front of the Winter Classic jersey. So it's commemorating that. And then some other cool things about it is in the collar, you have this like blue and white checkered pattern, and that is supposed to basically, that's like the flag of Pittsburgh. They're taking that from. So it's just a cool homage to the flag. The striping on this jersey is a little bit lackluster. I think the colors are somewhat, I don't know, they don't really pop. Like they're kind of boring to me, like that off-white kind of brownish looking color, and then just black and then yellow. The P, I like that's a throwback to the Pirates, but it's also just, I don't really love that font of P. It's blocky. It's kind of strange because like it's almost like a bad like modern P that you would maybe think was just created this year. So the only saving grace that the P crest has to me is like that it really was the exact same P that the old school Pirates had on their jersey, but like as like a new logo, it's pretty, I don't know, the blockiness of it is, to me, it's pretty hard to look at in a way. But if like my brother said something interesting, which was, you know, that jersey is going to be really based on like if the Penguins win the Winter Classic game or not. And, you know, how bad of a blowout it might be because we've been really sucking. So that jersey might turn into a cursed jersey. I could see if the Bruins just totally just ruin our day. But if we win it, you know, then there's something to be proud of in that jersey and remember back to that Winter Classic. I like this hat's dope, but I will definitely be getting a Winter Classic patch. I've collected these two patches I showed in the beginning video, so I'll be definitely ordering that to put onto my jersey rack. Now let's take a look at this Boston Bruins jersey. I love the meth bear coming back, and it's the crest. Now the one thing they could have done better with this jersey is take the Boston word mark off and just have it be a bigger bear crest. That bear is so crazy looking, so hideous, that I just love that it would be the main, you know, spotlight logo, but they kind of share logos on this crest, which is a cop out in a way, but I get it. But this jersey is a lot better than the Penguins Winter Classic jersey. Boston really did a good job. People are already calling the Boston jersey like the honeybee jersey. It does have these like honeybee stripes that go down the sleeves and go down the waist. One One thing I really like about this Boston Bruins jersey, though, which might sound like a slant at the Penguins jersey, but the shoulders, I like the rounded shoulders, the yellow shoulders. They look great. Also, the off-white on this Boston jersey is used in a much better way than the Penguins. Like, it just pops out in the numbers and the name and around the silhouette around the bear logo, and it looks great. Like, now my slant toward the Penguins jersey, the shoulders on the Penguins jersey are squared off, and I've seen it in person at the game. I've seen it online. It's really ugly. It's not a good look. I don't think many teams use those squared off shoulders. It's shout out to them for going for it, really going for a bold look on that jersey. But I just think the whole jersey looks awkward. Also, not a fan of the Penguins jersey, as it has the Winter Classic patch on one side and then no patch on the other. Now the Boston jersey might have the same thing. I have not seen that one in real life with the patches on it. The ones online don't have the patches on it, but that's the same for the Penguins. They also didn't have the patch on it. But then when I saw it in real life, it did have the Winter Classic patch on one side. But I think just with the square shoulders, like, it just draws more attention to how awkward it looks to just have one patch on one side and then these like skinny rectangles coming out the shoulders. So this Boston jersey really looks nice. The strings that come down over the logo look really dope. I like the B font that they brought back for the B in Boston, shouting out their old Boston logo they used to use for that font. And let's take a look at some of the players wearing the jerseys in person. So here we have Bergeron, and he is just looking so good. I mean, what a handsome guy, but he's rocking that jersey. It just, the whole kit comes together really well. Such a great look. And I really like the promotion videos that Adidas or the teams put out where they have the jerseys kind of like floating in the middle of the field. It kind of gives me like some of those old like baseball movies. It gives me like that feel, kind of like it kind of gives me like a Field of Dreams look, like almost like this very like out of this world kind of sci-fi look with the jerseys just floating in the middle of the stadium. Like, I get this real Field of Dreams vibe. But the promotion has been really solid all around. I love the shots of the players in the stands. It's really come together nicely, and I am so excited for this game tomorrow. This is almost like a holiday for me. Like, it's almost as big as a holiday as any of the other ones. Like the Winter Classic, it only comes once a year, and it being the Penguins this year is just even sweeter. So let's go Penguins. Let's break this losing streak. I'm going to have some more videos out today about my experience going to the Pittsburgh and Devils game, and also a jersey unveiling. So watch those, please. Please check out some of my other videos. I've done about 4 reverse retro unboxing videos so far, and they all look amazing. I hope you guys were able to get some reverse retros for Christmas or whatever team jersey you want to get. Thank you guys for watching. It means the world to me. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave a like. This is Strings and Sweaters. Thank y'all.